In the previous lecture, we have explored merchandising, how retailers decide what products to offer, how to price them, and how to plan them in their display. Now, let's get into how buying function works. Right? Let's move forward and dive into the next critical function that brings the merchandising vision into the life. Buying. If merchandising is all about deciding what the customer needs, buying is all about making sure the right products are available at the right time for the right supplier, from the right suppliers. Let's understand this function in more detail. As we talked for the merchandising, what is the role of buyer, so that you have a clear definition from merchandising to buying function. So a buyer in the retail organization is responsible for placing orders with the vendor after the assortment and the product mix are finalized by the merchandising team. Buyer take over and actually place the products with the supplier. They try to find out the right supplier. They coordinate the stock returns. If the products are damaged, defective, overstocked, or unsold, the buyer coordinate with the returning inventory back to the suppliers or to the respective location, which is agreed in the contracts. They review the vendor's performance consistently. They evaluate how vendor is performing and making sure that they are delivering on time. They are delivering the quality that we want to sell to the customer in the fill rates, like how much of the order was actually delivered. If you are ordering 1000 quantity based on the projection that you have and the vendor is only supplying a 50 quantity, you're not gonna allocate to the stores that you want to sell from, right? They prepare the vendor schedules. They plan the supply schedules. Like, it should not happen that if I'm buying from China, I cannot afford to have the goods which are expected to sell in the Ramadan season after the Ramadan is over, right? This is their responsibility to make sure that it is agreed and plan their buying in the advance that this does not go wrong. So imagine a buyer at a Carrefour is sourcing a new line of imported chocolate. What they'll do, they will finalize the supplier contract. They will place the order in the quantities which is forecasted that they can sell from the market they are serving. They schedule the delivery slots to the warehouse so that when the manufacturing is coming, the products are coming, they are ready to let's say receive. They monitor the quality by quality checks. They deliver the time, manage the delivery time and the payment terms for the efficient buying. It ensures that inventory flows smoothly, costs are optimized, and the sales opportunities are maximized, right? So that's what exactly they are responsible for, from collaborating with the merchandiser, finding the right supplier at the right price, making sure that all the contractual terms are well documented and consistently validates, and the qualities are audited, and finally hand it over to the team to take it to the next level from there. If there are returns, they are equally responsible to make sure that it is shifted or it is given back to the right concerned team or the concerned supplier. Another most important part that I want to talk about in this function is the KPI. So the key performance indications, or let's say before KPI, probably we should even talk about the definition that we talked about, right? I keep telling. So here the word SKU, I'll not get into that because we already talked about that into the merchandising function. You keep hearing PO, which is a full form of this word, is the purchase order, which is a formal and the legal order document sent to the supplier via physical or the digital form, and supplier specifying that what products you are looking, what quantity you are looking, the delivery dates, percentage in other supply chain terms and terms that you wanted to adhere to. Vendor is the person who is authorized to supply the products to you. It could be a distributor or it could be the manufacturer in few cases. And then finally the vendor schedule, which is pretty explainable. The planned supply calendar, supply days, and the delivery frequency. That's what actually meant with the vendor schedule, which you hear in the buying function a lot. The next, I wanted to talk about the KPIs. So in the buying function, the KPI does not work based on the assumptions. They work, and the consistent need to track those APIs are very vital, is clear. Otherwise, you lose the track and not have the products that you're looking to sell. So some of uh, the the KPI that is being tracked by the buying department is the fill rate. They are responsible for that and make sure that it is having the 99 to 100%. And based on that, they evaluate even the performance of the supplier. They also track the return percentage. If the goods are really damaged, then the rating for that supplier is gonna be reduced, and make sure that they're complying to the quality standards that has been communicated to them. They also track the inventory turnover. They track the stock aging and the expiry percentage, somewhat like what we have seen part of the buying merchandising function as well, right? So I want to take a small example to give you the overview of this function end to end. So if a buyer orders, let's say 1000 packs of milk and only 800 arrives on the time, the fill rate is like 80%. So you have, let's say, 100 quantity, only supplied 80, the fill rate is 80%, right? So what we need to do here to get this number to the highest possible fill rate, so that you don't have this 20 quantity as an opportunity loss. They continuously talk to the supplier from the responsibility and role has been agreed to serve the KPI that they're looking for. All right. In summary, merchandisers plan what needs to be sold. Buyer executes that plan, working with vendor, placing order, delivering the goods, and managing supplier relationship. Not only the buying the product, but also making sure that they get the payment on time from the retailer, so that next time they deliver to you what you're looking for. So both functions work closely to ensure that the right products are available at the right time, in the right quantity, in the right quality. Buying might happen behind the scene, but it impacts the fault directly to every customer walking into the store or shopping online. So like supply chain, this is also an invisible backbone for a retailer to be profitable. In our next lecture, we will deep dive into the next function on the operational side, which is supply chain management, which is again a critical process that moves the products bought from the manufacturer, bought, let's say, put in the warehouse, and delivering it to the stores in the right quality, right? To make sure that retailers in the store can serve to the customer. All right. This is the end of the buying module. See you again in the supply chain management.